What'd you say? Oh, we're live? I feel like I always have to ask you if we're live because I don't know. I want to uh, I want to give people a chance to get on here. Got kind of a really personal and I think important message I want to share with everyone out there. And I just want to give people a minute or two to jump on. Hopefully you see us out there. If Jen's doing the great job that I know she's doing. I'll be up here in just a minute, I think. And Jen has to go get her coffee. So we'll give it just another minute more, guys. Let's get on here. It is a lovely Thursday, August the 20th. Again, I've got a really personal and I think really important message that I'd like to share with everyone. Trying to get logged in here so I can respond to comments. Larry, can you see me now? Is that better? Larry's texting me. He said he couldn't see my head, Jen. Can he see me now? Only nose and above. Is that better, Larry? I don't know what Larry's talking about either. He's probably zoomed in wrong. I'm sitting up straight. All right, here we go. I'm getting in here. Okay, I got a yes. Oh, I better mute myself. Better, Larry? There, I can see myself, Larry. It's perfect. All right. Listen, I want to talk just very much straight from the heart. There is so much going on. You know, it's hard to believe that I would be having the conversation that I'm about to have today. 3 years ago, this very day, actually, I was sitting preparing with my two business partners to launch NexCore. NexCore is and always has been designed to be a place where people can come and bring their ideas and their passions, and they're brought to life and energized and motivated and redirected and energized and channeled and everything that we wanted it to be. We thought we'd be celebrating here at the 3-year mark, which is tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow is our 3-year anniversary of being open. We opened the day of the eclipse. I remember because I bought $200 in glasses, only to realize we weren't in the eclipse line of sight. But that's neither here nor there. What I want to talk about today is what's going on in the world and now what's going on here. You know, there's a saying that I've started using, and that saying is, yeah, but COVID. And it's kind of a joke, but it's not really a joke. I knew this was going to be tough. When we started, there was 3 of us and no employees, and now we have a ton of employees. And just if I go back to April 1st, it was really just me and Taylor. There were 2 of us. My partners both decided to go a different direction. One has come back to me, one won't come back to me. But it's really been an interesting, exciting, and amazing journey. And when COVID hit, we thought, well, this is the end. We wanted to do something great. We wanted to go out big. We wanted to, the saying is better to burn out than to fade away. And we decided that we were going to go for it, and we have, and we continue to go for it today, but I just want to share with you some of the things that recently I've recognized, and I'll give you kind of the premise of that first. Larry and I just came back from a business trip. We traveled into parts of Mexico, into Texas and Louisiana and Alabama, and we were all over for about 2 weeks. And I came back to yesterday, the health department came to NexCore, and the health department came into our secured and private and protected building and said that everybody in NexCore has to wear a mask. And it made me realize that times they are a changing, as they say. And I've heard the stories of gym owners in Philadelphia and New Jersey being arrested for standing up for their right just to be in business. Several gyms in St. Louis, friends of mine that own gyms, shut down just fighting for the very right to have an opportunity to earn a paycheck. Read a story about a woman in Dallas that wanted to keep her hair salon open, spent 7 days in jail as a result of wanting to be in business and have an opportunity to take care of her family. For the cries of people like Dave Portnoy that would say, I would rather die than have a job, because they've built something amazing. And, you know, I've also heard all the reports that are out there. And I have some notes on the reports. Yelp says 55% of their businesses that temporarily closed have now closed for good. And more than 200 small businesses have closed forever, according to the Washington Post. ABC News says another 16,000 restaurants in July alone closed permanently. And CNBC says 7.5 million businesses could close as a result of this pandemic. So here we sit, all these challenges, and I wonder, when is it going to end? Where are we going to go? And for me, when the health department came here and said everybody has to wear a mask, it's not about the masks. And let me just say emphatically, first of all, no, everybody in here will not wear a mask. You have a choice to wear a mask if you want to, but this is a rallying cry to the other small businesses in St. Louis and honestly all around the world. I don't know who gave someone else the right to determine whether we're essential or non-essential, to determine what we have to wear and when we have to wear it and when we can be open and when we can be closed. And I want to challenge us all to take a stand here today and say, we're not listening anymore. We're not going to listen. I have a right to fight for my business. You have a right to fight for yours. When we opened NexCore 3 years ago tomorrow, we had no idea what it would become. But let me just share with you some of the things that have happened. We have housed or birthed or inspired more than 500 different small businesses, nonprofits, entrepreneurs. They've called NexCore home over these past 3 years. We have helped new companies launch and partnerships emerge and new businesses from here that have come to NexCore, come from NexCore, and gone on to do amazing things. And, you know, I was driving here this morning and I recognized I had a choice whether or not to stop and grab something to drink from this place or that place. And you have a choice whether or not to come into NexCore. You have a choice to go into any business, really, for that matter. And you should have a choice what you wear, what that business decides to do. Now, if I go into a business and they ask me to wear a mask, I put my mask on out of respect for their business. And what I'll say is I'm not going to require that of anybody here. If the health department or any other city officials come back, then so be it. But for this day and for every day as long as they allow us to remain open, we're not listening. It's time to fight for our business. I encourage all small business owners in St. Louis and around the world to unite, to rally First thing is the masks. The next thing is another shutdown. And when we can be open, and someday someone may tell you that you're non-essential when these big companies get to be open, but the mom and pop shops are forced to close. Enough is enough. We're not listening anymore. We are small business. We are united, and we will stand together. And as far as I'm concerned, everyone that wants to come to NexCore can choose whether or not to wear a mask. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, with all the respect in the world, don't come to NexCore. There's a million other places you can go. This may not be your place. And if this is the last stand or the rallying cry or the battle cry or whatever it is, I encourage you, St. Louis, unite, stand up. We aren't listening anymore. So, Jen, thanks for getting me online live today. Please don't immediately go to Indeed, as you joked earlier. It's going to be an interesting ride these next couple of days, but we will persevere. We will go on at all costs. So thanks so much for tuning in. Call us if you have any questions. Leave any comments you have. We'd love to hear your support. 314-635-0500, or you can email me personally at jim@thenexcore.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we stand united.